Hi guys, Game Girl 894 here, and today I'm going to talk about a different topic, which is going to be about sales jobs. So, for example, door to door. Now, I did whenever it was back actually around about this time last year, I did work as a door to door salesman, and I despised that job because what they normally do is they will always try and sort of what would be the word? Kind of like pinpoint what you would be looking for, such as say, for example, oh here, if you work with us, we will give you 200 to 50, £250 to £500 sterling each week, and that's only potential, and they will put beside it OTE. Now, me being quite naive in a way, I didn't know what OTE stand for. I now know it stands for on target earnings. On target earnings means that if you actually make the sales, then you will get the money. But aside from that, you're basically out on a limb and you gain fuck all. Now, whenever I first joined a company in Belfast, a sales and marketing company, I didn't know that this was what they were going to do, as they were advertising for sales assistants with that line 250 to £500 OTE right beside it. I was thinking, great, because I was looking for work and I needed money. So I went for it, and then during the first interview, they then said, okay, well, that's the first interview over whenever I said my piece. And they were like, okay, will you be looking to travel? Like, would you be up for traveling anywhere? And then I said, yeah, it depends on where it'll be. Well, like just local places, that type of thing. Yeah, certainly, that would be great. I love traveling to local places. Okay, great. So what's going to happen now is that's the first stage of the interview over. So now we will potentially get back to you within the next 2 hours maybe, and then we will invite you along for a second interview, and then after that you will then get the job. So I'm thinking, right, okay, that's fine. Then I then left that office and then went into a cafe to sit about and wait for a while, and then they called me back saying, hi, just to say you've been successful for the first stage of the interview and now we're going to invite you back for the second stage. So I was thinking, great stuff, now I'm back for the second stage, so that is fantastic. So I then went home all happy as Larry and then went in for the second stage of the interview. I came all formally dressed because I was thinking this seems to be like officey type work before I actually knew what I was doing. They didn't really explain too much that it was going to be door-to-door sales, because I think that they deliberately do that to try to reel you in the first stage of the interview. And then you go in and then they'll say, okay, so now you're going to be going about with our team leader here, who's now going to show you what the work is like around here. And then team leader, he's a nice enough guy, then took me outside and he's just like, right, okay, so now we're going to be going out onto the field. What? What's the field? The field is where we're going to be going to make our sales, because our campaign is for charities. So we're going to be going about raising money for charities, i.e., raising money provided that it is a subscription, not really sort of wrapping doors with, say, a charity bucket, which most people would probably be more willing to give for. So I went with him, and luckily enough, he could drive, and then headed out in the middle of fucking nowhere, by the way, to do some sales. Obviously, watching him, seeing what he's done. He then says his piece, does some wee catchy intro, and has this wee simple fake smile that you can't really pull for too long, because then you just get very, 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 very fed up. And running about with him for about, let's see, I think it was not until about 8 o'clock was the time I got back, and I left to be in that office for about 10, so it was about 10 hours out. Now, I was taking this a little bit seriously because I was thinking in my head, potentially you could maybe do this and it might not be so bad. So yeah, I decided to go along with the idea of being a door-to-door salesperson, because I thought if that's a potential, it might not be so bad. Trust me, it's a lot harder than what you think. A very big deal for it being a lot harder than what you actually would think. Because even whenever I got past the second stage interview, they asked some stupid questions, which even if you're fucking stupid, you're bound to get right. And then they're just like, yep, you've got the job. Even if I probably answered it wrong, they probably still would have said I got the job anyway, but that's beside the point. They then said, okay, that's great, you can then start with us, and they make you sign this stupid contract. They're trying to like make it look legitimate on their end, but legally, what that contract means is that you're self-employed. You technically don't have to come in on days whenever you don't want to. Legally, they don't have to pay you unless if you make a sale. That's what the contract says. So I signed it, and then after about a week or two, after a lot of fun and meeting a lot of people who were very, very, very false and had to keep up their energy because let's face it, it's the most depressing job ever, especially if you don't get any sales. It really dampens your mood. And then they take you into this like wee small confined space where they get you all prepped up for the day and try to like make you like raise your voice as loud as you can to like sound really enthusiastic. And then the team leader, who's like probably about 4 or 5 levels up from everybody else, will come in and be like, hi everyone, you's all psyched up for the day because you're gonna go out and you're more than likely gonna earn fuck all. Have a great day, guys. I'll see you in about 10 hours while I sit in an office and do fuck all while you guys do my dirty work. So, yes, that is basically door-to-door sales. Go out and do all the donkey work for the people that are sitting in their office doing nothing, and then you come back. You may or may not have gotten lucky that day. It really is just based on luck. You might have maybe gotten 5 sales. I was basically paid by the understanding that for every sale you get, it's about £20 per sale. And say, for example, if you only get one sale for that whole day, that's just £20 for 8 hours work. That's less than minimum wage. So yeah, door-to-door sales, yous can go fuck yourselves. I do feel bad for guys that do want to do very well in it because maybe they do need the money, but I might as well face it. I was out more money than what I was earning money because they didn't cover travel expenses. They don't pay for anything. Legally, they're not obligated to. And yeah, the most you'll probably earn might maybe be one sale, or you're probably going to earn fuck all, and that you have no idea how much that kills your spirit for that type of job. I mean, on my last day there, because after that I just thought, fuck it, I'm not coming back. Like, what's the point? They're not obligated to pay me. I'm in no real binding contract, so I can just leave whenever I want. Lots of other people in the place that I had seen had left. And then you get team leaders who are basically you walk about with them and they seem to think they're higher up than you, but they get paid the same amount of money just for more work. And they seem to think because this is basically like step by step management, it's sort of like, oh, if you like do really well in like a year, you'll become like the very senior manager of this company. Fuck off. You're not gonna become the senior manager of that company. They're just saying that to try and rope you in. You don't become a senior manager just by that. They're saying that if you get loads and loads of sales, it shows you're really, really talented. You're not fucking talented. You probably have these sales based on luck. And probably you're maybe a very pushy person anyway and know how to get sales. If you are, that's fine. Work away. But that type of job, not for me. So if any of you guys ever see anything like any job description saying sales assistant and it would be an amount of money like 350 to 500 OTE, don't do it because it's fucking sales and they're not obligated to pay you. So if you want even like a standard wage, like go work in retail, go work as a steward, go work in a call center, go do something like that where you know you're guaranteed a minimum wage at least by the end of the day. It may not be much, but it's fucking better than not getting anything for 8 hours work on your feet all day, wrapping doors, and probably meeting a few weirdos along the way. So yeah, that is my rant. I'm sounding like Bugs Bunny here. My rant over for the day. So I'll catch you guys in the next video. If you guys want to leave a comment, I would be interested to hear if you have had similar experiences or of any types of jobs that you are into. And if you do have any bad experiences or anything, I especially know with door-to-door sales, like it's a very easy job to walk out of because they're not obligated to keep you. If you leave, it doesn't affect you. So thanks very much again for watching this video, guys, and I will see you in the next video. Ta-ra, everyone. Bye.